everyone is talking about Argentina. The defending champions. The team of Messi. The favorites. The expected winners. But World Cups are not won by expectations. They are won by surviving moments nobody sees coming. Because hidden behind Argentina's quest for glory are three nations with nothing to lose: Austria, Algeria, Jordan. And history has taught us one thing about football: the most dangerous teams are often the ones nobody expects. This is Group J, and it may be far more unpredictable than people realize. The weight of defending a World Cup. Winning a World Cup is difficult. Defending one is even harder. In fact, football has spent decades proving just how difficult it is. Because after becoming champions, everything changes. Every opponent studies you. Every stadium wants to beat you. Every mistake becomes a headline. And now Argentina enters the tournament carrying something heavier than talent: expectation. 17 members of the championship-winning squad remain. The chemistry is there. The experience is there. The quality is there. But pressure doesn't care about any of that. Pressure only asks one question: can you do it again? And that question follows Argentina into every match they play. Messi's final chapter. For Lionel Messi, this World Cup feels different. Not because of trophies. Not because of records. But because of time. At 38 years old, Messi enters what many believe could be the final World Cup of his career. His 6th appearance. A record no player has ever achieved. Yet something interesting happens when athletes reach this stage. The pressure changes. When you're young, you play to build a legacy. When you're older, you play knowing the story is nearly complete. Every touch becomes more meaningful. Every goal feels more valuable. Every mistake feels more permanent. And somewhere inside Messi's mind, there is likely one final question: can the story end the way he wants it to? Because football rarely gives perfect endings. Algeria, the dangerous outsider. Argentina may carry pressure, but Algeria carries freedom. And freedom can be terrifying for favorites. Returning to the World Cup after years away, Algeria arrives without the burden of expectation. Nobody expects them to win the tournament. Nobody expects them to dominate headlines. Which means they can focus on something much more powerful: belief. Riyad Mahrez enters what may be the final World Cup of his career. And players facing their final opportunity often become unpredictable. They take risks. They play without fear. They chase moments instead of protecting reputations. And sometimes, that is exactly what creates an upset. Because football has never been a game where the better team always wins. It is a game where belief can occasionally become stronger than logic. Austria, the team nobody wants to play. Every World Cup has one team that quietly becomes a problem. This year, that team might be Austria. Not because of superstar names. Not because of global attention. But because of mindset. Austria plays with intensity. Pressure. Relentless energy. The kind of football that slowly drains confidence from opponents. And teams like this become dangerous because they create chaos. The longer a favorite struggles, the more doubt enters the mind. The more doubt enters the mind, the more mistakes begin to appear. And in football, doubt spreads faster than any tactical plan. Argentina knows this. Every favorite knows this. The greatest threat is often not superior talent. It is uncertainty. Jordan's dream. Then there is Jordan. The first World Cup in their history. The first opportunity to stand on football's biggest stage. And that creates a different kind of psychology. Because while giants fear failure, dreamers chase possibility. Jordan enters this tournament carrying something priceless. Nothing to lose. No history to defend. No legacy to protect. Only opportunity. And sometimes that is enough. The football world has witnessed impossible stories before. Teams that arrived as outsiders. Teams nobody believed in. Teams that transformed pressure into courage. Jordan hopes to become the next chapter in that story. The real battle of Group J. On paper, Group J seems simple. Argentina should advance. Austria should compete. Algeria should challenge. Jordan should learn. But football has never cared about paper. Football cares about moments. One mistake. One goal. One unexpected performance. One night that changes everything. That is why World Cups capture the world's attention. Because no prediction survives contact with reality. And while everyone watches Argentina's journey, the real story of Group J may be something else entirely. A group filled with pressure. Filled with dreams. Filled with belief. And somewhere within those emotions, a surprise is waiting. Because the most dangerous thing in football is not talent. It is a team that believes history can be rewritten. And in Group J, 4 nations are about to find out if it can.